having great breakthroughs. Okay, so you're creating, things are happening. But say for myself and other people like myself, we want those breakthroughs, whereby we're not just held by this physical realm. We're actually really are breaking through, and we're becoming more of that. Let's call it, it's an old terminology, the enlightened being that we truly are. Okay.
All right.
And we've got that awareness. We're not attached to the physical realm. We're having our travel. We're having our conscious connection. And we know that we can actually release ourselves from the meat suit and come back in when we need to.
So you're referring to what some people would call astral travel?
Yeah, it's not
out of body experiences.
I guess so. I mean, I've done it a little bit differently over time, and I've had all sorts of different experiences at night time, very lucid experiences, which have given me that awareness. But I want to be able to do that more so in my meditation and in my conscious life, and I know that's possible. How do we do that? Are we getting closer to actually being able to manifest that the more we know that we're actually in a construct, or we're in an illusion, or a dream within a dream within a dream? We're going, no, I want to break through that now. Might be a loaded question.
It is a very loaded question. She likes to do this to me. I mean, if I answer it one way, it's going to mean one thing. If I answer it another way, it's going to mean another thing. So we have to bring both of those together. Right. So here we are. How many of you realize that you are a traveler? And to travel through the realm, the country, the place that you have landed in, you need to have upon you a suit that will enable you to interact with the dimension that you are in. Because that is, in truth, that is who you are. You are an energy, a spirit, a eternal being, a God spark that is living within a meat suit, an astronaut's jacket. What are some of the words that other people use? A sim, an avatar. Yes. You are using something that has created a physical ability to interact, to be able to touch various things in a solidative way. But it is not who you are. But unfortunately, what has occurred is that you have been taught, again, over millennia, you've been taught how that you are a body, you are the meat suit. That is who you are. Oh, and you might have a spirit, or you might have something inside of you that gives you life, if you believe that way. But really, we're not going to go that way, because really, you're just a body. You're just a body, flesh and bone, flesh and blood. That's it.
I think a lot of people, I really have faith, I'm going to use that word, that what I see is a lot of people really do know that there is more, that they are more.
I realize this, but you've asked me a certain question, so I'm answering it in a holistically fuller way.
Okay.
Yes?
All right, go for it.
So this is what you've been taught. And so this actually prevents even the most awake of you who want to separate themselves from their physical body, or the meat suit, the astronaut suit, the avatar, and allow that part of them, the eternal spark, to step out, in a manner of speaking, and travel and to experience things in a different way. Perhaps go to a different country, a different realm, a different dimension, yet still maintain a link to this jacket that they've got, that keeps the jacket sustained and alive and allows them to return to it. Now, this is something that has been achieved by those who have allowed themselves to undergo great, vigorous, and extremely at times dangerous to the physical body techniques to practice and put themselves in a position. And here I am referring to the sort of gurus and the different monks, etc., that live in cloistered places where that's all they do. They starve the body, they feed the body, they go into deep, deep meditation. They do all of these things to train the body, that the body is just a physical attribute, that the spirit within is much stronger. Yes.
I hope you're going to tell me we don't have to do that these days.
So one of the things that they do is meditation. Now, most of the time you can, how many of you, let me just rephrase the question. Most of you should have dreams. In fact, everybody dreams. You don't always remember the dreams. Now, those of you who do remember your dreams, you are probably more inclined to be able to go into a very deep meditation and experience something. There are others who don't remember their dream, but because of their deep knowing that they are more than just the flesh and blood, that there is something beyond, and they've tapped into that knowledge, they can allow themselves to go into this deep meditation. And meditation is not sitting with the chimes going and the curling fumes of the incense sticks and the that's not meditation. That is a type of meditation, but it is not the meditation. Yes, meditation is when you go into yourself and you choose a place of solitude where you could be outside against a tree and the birds are singing, the dogs are barking, you hear noise around you, but you are alone. You are taking alone time and you allow yourself to breathe and you focus on the breath. Perhaps you have got an audio book where you are listening to something that is edifying the inner man, that spirit within. Yes, perhaps it is just music that you have chosen to just take with you, to just, because you don't perhaps have an intention of meditating and traveling, but you just want some alone time. Yes. Anyway, you choose how you do this, and you allow yourself to go into a place where there is you. That's it. You breathe. You connect to yourself. You connect to that part of you that is within, that voice, that intuition, that part of you that you know exists within you. That is not make believe. It's not that somebody said to you, oh, you have a spirit, you have a soul, you have a this. No, you know that is you. That's the real you that's hidden inside of this outward appearance. Yes. And you start to connect to it and you start to talk to it. You start to allow it. You allow yourself to step outside of the physical body. It's almost as if you say, all right, meat suit, all right, astronaut jacket, we're just going to put you to the side at the moment. We have plugged you in. We've plugged you into nature. We've plugged you into the ground. You are surviving. You are breathing. You have nourishment. You have air. You have water. You have everything you need to sustain yourself, while I, the true me, the soul of me, the spirit of me, the God spark of me, steps out for an experience. Now, everybody's going to experience this differently. If you've never done this before, get somebody who has, or somebody who you can trust to be with you. So if you do start to panic, they can talk to you. They can say, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Breathe, come on in, get back in your body. It's okay. It's all right. You see, if you do this when you're in an awakened state, it's much easier. You see, if you're asleep and you decide to pop out of your body, anything can come back into this avatar, into this meat suit, because it's just a meat suit. It's not who you are.
Hang on a minute. We don't want people freaking
No,
out.
they're not.
But you know, I mean, I know I've done out of body at night and stuff like that.
This is why I was going to clarify.
There's got to be something that's looking after you.
Absolutely. Okay. You see, this is, and I was going to say, so okay. This is why I said it's easier when you do it when you're awake, because when you're in a dream state, when you're in a deep dream state and you decide to pop out of your body, yes, or do you have to say poof out of your body? Anyway,
anything you like.
So you step out and you decide to go off. If this is your intent, if you want to say, I want to start doing this, I want to start experiencing this, yes, then set the parameters each night. Declare, create the space you want. In other words, your bedroom is the safest place that you have ever known. It is a fortress of light. It is a fortress of the energy of the Creator, that you are connecting to the divine being, and you are setting the space that nothing, no dark energy, no negativity. And if you are of the thought that you are living in a program, that this is a construct, that no negative programming can enter into your space. You've set a firewall around yourself, yes? So that you can go and explore, you can go and experience, but as you come back, only your coding, only your energy, only your vibration is accepted by that protective wall that you've put up to enter back into this physical implement that you call a body. Now, I have taught Heather and Louise how to do this. I've said, use a spiral energy, use a four-sided pyramid, place that four-sided pyramid inside a spinning sphere. Do what it is necessary for yourself using sacred geometry to create that space, that arena of safeguarded energy for you to practice this, to go ahead and do all this. It's there. Your ancestors used to do this time and time again. Where do you think the knowledge of a Merkabah came from, or a light body? It came because they knew they could activate their spirit within and travel very, very quickly from place to place, and in such a way that the engineering or the vibration would create a friction, which would create light, and you can travel in the light. You see, everything, and this is why many people have tapped onto this and brought it through the ages. Light worker, light being, in love and light, because your energy, your innermost being is light. You are a being of light energy, of love, of the eternal part of you. But that is dulled and dampened by the physical, that you are told is only what exists. So how do you travel? Well, you allow yourself to be in this place of meditation, of connection. And at first it may be that you step out of your body, and that's all you can handle because you've never done this before. So I would not advise you to go to Timbuktu. I wouldn't advise you to try and find Pluto. Yes, I would just explore the 5 steps around the place you are in, so you can visually connect with the body that you've stepped out of. Because believe me, it's like when you look in a mirror. If you look in the mirror, you go, oh yes, I look like this. But you turn away and you go look at something else, you go do something else, and somebody says, what do you look like? You go,
right.
hang on, I got a roundish face, I think I've got blue-green eyes, you honestly do not remember what you look like. You think about it. Do you look at your physical body as you're walking around and going into places? No, you look forward. You look forward. Every time you open your eyes, you're looking outward.
So you don't want to get into the wrong body.
No, you don't. You want to make
something that might already be somebody else there.
So you've got to look at this with a little bit of humor, yes? Because I am not saying that some deep, dark, dastardly, venomous, nefarious energy is going to take you over. I'm saying that simple things happen where you can put yourself in back to front, you can not get in properly. You need to learn how to do this if you've never done it before. But those people who are used to meditation and expanding their energy, and sometimes in their deepest of meditations, they feel as if their physical body is too tight for them, and they take that extra breath and they seem to pop out and they go, what a wonderful feeling. I felt so free. I felt so light. Oh my God, that was a wonderful, and they just keep going further and further out. What they're doing is they're learning to expand their inner man, their inner being, out of their physical. So do this, learn how to do this, and eventually you will become confident enough to take yourself further afield. And that is just
brilliant. Fantastic. And don't contact us if you get lost.
there is self-responsibility in everything.
Oh, that was brilliant. Okay. What else can we tap into now? I was talking about.
Well, there's something there with the sleep there, and let's
sleeping.
Yeah, and so let's continue that, because most people do project out of their body or do astral travel at night, because that's when they're relaxed, is it not?